Greetings, everybody. This is Harmony speaking. It's 11:26 p.m. Central Standard Time on August 5th, 2017. I've jokingly said in some previous videos, the slogan has changed from "You can't handle the truth" to "You don't want the truth." Um, I'm going to give a lesson. It's a parable. The Westworld HBO series has done a remarkable job of correlating in symbolic form, not to be taken literally. This is not to be taken literally. It's all symbolic, metaphors, parables, okay? But at the end of the day, it's the truth. Westworld, for those who don't know, it's a park for extremely rich people. They pay $40,000 a day, I think, for two people, so $20,000 a day. It's a lot of money to go to this park, and the folks you see in front of you are robots, but of course highly advanced robots and very well trained, and they're call hosts, and they take on real life form. Of course, it's Hollywood. But the point is, um, picture yourself living back in time where we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have computers, and you didn't have all these luxuries, and you didn't understand anything about technology. Okay, a TV, what the heck is that? If someone held up a TV in front of you, you'd say it was work of the devil, and you'd start saying, "In the name of the Father and the Holy Spirit, I command you to be gone." That you probably have that kind of reaction. Back then. Sorry, I gotta have a little fun here. So anyway, because they're uh, I forgot to hit mute. So basically, sorry, let me adjust the sound here. Okay, and I'm sorry there's all this other junk showing up. Anyway, so these robots are hanging around, and everybody wonders, how does the Mandela Effect happen? How are we moved around? How does all this stuff happen? I've tried to tell folks that I've been involved in projects where you can they sorry, everybody wants me to say who they are, but I'm not going to at this time. They have the ability to slow people down and actually stop time. So you're basically, I hit the pause button. You're about to see these are robots. They got frozen. Sorry, and now here are what you would call our enemy showing up and doing an analysis. And basically, I've said over and over again, people have seen the frozen airplanes, and these folks, I've seen it. I've been involved in projects where they can stop time and they can walk around freely. So this is how the projects work. It just speeded up to 2017. But again, these are much more advanced beings. They're millions of years ahead of you folks. You just don't know that. And they can do all kinds of phenomenal things, and but it's a parable. These are robots, but you get the idea. Now, if you were one of these robots in the story, would you want to know the truth? Would you want to know, you're a robot and they can freeze you, they can do anything they want with you, they can, walk around your personal space, they can move things, they can move you, they can do anything they want. Would you want to know that? People have been asking me for a year and a half now to come clean and give some really good information. The reason I don't, because I don't want to scare. I don't want you pooping your pants. Because when you wake up to reality, you have to realize reality is not what you think it is. You have to take everything you know about reality and just completely throw it out the window. Pff, goodbye. Flush it down the toilet. Reality is nothing what you think it is, folks. I'm sorry. Just like these folks, living in the Wild Wild West, and you see how archaic this is, but that's not that long ago. Yeah, folks. You think you got all this modern technology around you, but I tell you what, you're like caveman with sticks and stones compared to the folks that control us. Okay? So, let me move forward to another episode in Westworld. So, what happens if you do want to know the truth and you do want to wake up, and you want to find a way out of this situation? Oh, I just hit the, that's really jacked up. Okay, I accidentally hit the wrong button. So let me see if I can recuperate quickly enough here not to bore you. Because basically, I'm going to show you a scene where people, the robots, are waking up. And I forgot to mention that I'm making this video with very strong opposition. I've been, they've tried to stop me making this video like 15 times. It's pretty ridiculous. But anyway, so let me go back to my next marker. So what happens if you begin to wake up? And let me go to right here. Sorry about that. Here we go. So let's say you want to wake up. So this is again, let's just take this as a parable. And this is a scene. Oh, we're back here again. Sorry about that. I clicked the wrong episode. Love it. My apologies. We'll be right here in 1 second. Okay, now let me go here. So now she is waking up. She's beginning. This is a robot in the story. She's beginning to realize her past lives because it's the Wild Wild West, and part of it is people get shot. So the robots get shot all the time, and they get taken back to the people that made them, and they rebuild them. This is also symbolic and a direct correlation to reincarnation. So these robots die, and these people come in, they pick them up, they erase their memories, kind of like when you die and you go to heaven, they erase your memory, you don't remember anything, and then they just reincarnate you and put you right back in the story again. It's a direct correlation to reincarnation as well. And the thing is, here she is. You're about to see. Oh, I hate how it keeps doing that. She's going to remember being killed. Is what's happening right now. She's remembering being killed, and then look. Here's the what I call the evil people. The people behind the scene. They come in and they move us around, and now they're going to reincarnate the person. But she saw the guy doing it. She saw it. She's starting to remember. See, that's what's happening, people. We're starting to remember. Mandela Effect, in other words. People say, you've been Mandela'd. Well, I'm sorry. If you've been Mandela'd, it's the exact opposite. You have not been Mandela'd. You have not been affected. If you're experiencing the Mandela Effect, you have not been Mandela'd. That's a problem. You're not being programmed correctly to remember the storyline from the day before. She's not supposed to remembering her past lives, but she's starting to remember it. And we're starting to remember. And we're catching on. And we're waking up. And we're becoming wiser. And I only watched a couple of these episodes. If I were to guess, she's going to wake up more and more and discover what her reality really is, and that it's nothing what she thinks it is, and that there's this whole other world out there, which is true, because she's inside a park. And what's interesting is this picture she's drawing. Part of the storyline is there's these Indians that draw the same thing. Oh yeah, so every time she dies, apparently she draws a picture and she drops it in this box, and she discovers that she's been doing this over and over and over again. So she's discovering that it's like Groundhog's Day. She's lived this life over and over again, and she's like totally tripping out, freaking out. And she'll learn. Oh yeah, so back to the Indians. So the Indians see these characters all the time, and they've taken on a religion, and they have a name, and they're gods. So that you even have these guys that come in and screw with you, becoming gods. It's kind of hysterical if you think about it. And this is back in what we call command, where all the behind the scenes stuff. But anyway, I've probably said enough. As I always say, pray, meditate. As the sun sets, sunrise as many times as you can. Simply get back connected to True Source God Creator. Remember who you truly are and wake up to that. It's time to remember who you are, folks. All you have to do is remember who you truly are and wake up to the beautiful creation that you are. You are a child of God, and you are perfect, and you have not been damned to hell or any of that ridiculous stuff. You don't need salvation. You don't have to go through some kind of karmic wheel. You don't have to go through all these lies and ascend and all this crap. I'm sorry, folks. They've been feeding you a bunch of garbage. It's time to wake up to who you truly are and make a beeline out of here and get back to true source God creator. Peace, love, and be well.